Well, I think everybody at a core level, I think we all understand the spiritual truth that we're here to change. And sometimes a person is unhappy with certain things in their lives, or they think they should be aspiring for more. And again, I think all those are very valid and important ways to move forward. I think the main driver is something that we speak about relatively often and strongly believe, that no matter where I am today in my life, and even if it's a very, very good place, I'm meant to be growing, I'm meant to be changing. And next year is supposed to be so much more meaningful that even as I look back to this year, I will say, wow, I thought I had a meaningful year last year, this year, with the changes that I've made, with the impact that I've had on myself, on those around me, maybe on the world. This has been a very meaningful and impactful year. So I think if you start from that place, nothing is meant to be static. Nothing is meant to stay the same, whether it's your relationship, your health, your job. All of that is supposed to be always in motion. Motion meaning not that it's unstable, but rather moving forward, growing and changing. And therefore, I think that's one of the main drivers, either unhappiness with the current situation or a drive to change, to grow. Well, so it's interesting. A few weeks ago, we were with a small group of our students, and you raised a question which I think is an important one as we hopefully with our listeners frame how you want to look at the resolutions for the new year. And I would say you asked a question. We went around the table. Everybody shared. What are the one or two things that you want to leave behind, and what are the one or two things that you want to take into the new year or do in the new year? I would say that, and I think it's such an important question because if I look at it as a framework for resolutions, I think, as you said before, very rightly, that begin with gratitude. Really take the time. People are off of work for the most part last week of December, certainly the first few days of January. Really take the time to create that list of gratitude. That has to be the beginning frame. And then the second question needs to be, before you go into what you are going to do, what are you going to leave behind? You mentioned large percentages says they're going to leave behind smoking.
Or some weight.
or some weight or bad habits. But also, what are the things you're going to finally let go of? So much of what limits us isn't so much the lack of plans or decisions to do new great things, but we're often held back either by limiting beliefs, hurt, regret, victimhood that we drag with us everywhere we go, every new year. Unless you make an active choice, what are the things that I'm going to leave behind? You can't get to this third step, which is, what are the new things you're going to do? I think that is so important because, again, the best plans that one can have, the best resolutions that one have, will be hindered, if not completely stopped, by so much of the baggage that we bring from year to year.